Hey there everyone, welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph, I am the host of this show. This is a show dedicated to progressive rock, hard rock, and heavy metal and other forms of rock music. So today we're doing a look back at a classic rock album on my Monday night show, and finally going to do this album, Black Sabbath's Pariniod. Definitely heavy metal, but it does have a lot of kind of bluesy hard rock elements to it as well. Many consider this to be one of the first, if not, well, it's not the first, but one of the first heavy metal albums launching that genre. But anyways, a great album. Released on September the 18th, 1970. Regent Sound Studios in London and Island Studios in London is where it's recorded. About 41, almost 42 minutes in length, which is pretty long for the period of time for which this was released in. On Vertigo in the United Kingdom and on Warner Brothers here in North America, or in the US if you prefer. Roger Bain is the producer. The members of the band, of course, Ozzy Osbourne on lead vocals, Geezer Butler on bass, Tony Iommi on guitars, and of course great Bill Ward on drums. I like this album a lot. It was one of the first Sabbath albums I owned. The first one was Heaven and Hell. Then I went back and started collecting some of their stuff. Now the next one I had it was Never Say Die, which isn't all that popular with people, but I personally like it a lot. Then I got Paranoid, and then I'm not sure how the rest of them went, but I got all of the first five anyways, and this one's one of those five, and it's just a great one. This is their second studio album. They came out, hit a home run with this one right off the bat. So, other than the kind of crappy cover with these, I don't know what that is, a samurai or with the swords, I'm not sure. It looks kind of cheesy though. Anyways, there are 8 tracks on this album. Just going to go over them. Of course, you have your well-known radio staple, War Pig or Luke's Wall, or both if you prefer. Has that great air raid siren, that war siren that you get. Some of Ozzy's best vocals are on this track. This is a song I love to sing. Love everything about it. I never get tired of it. Next song up, Paranoid. This is a wonderful track as well. Was the first Black Sabbath track I ever heard. My friend's mother brought this K-Tel album home. It had a big purple sticker on it. I think it was great rock songs from the early 70s. And there was 2 songs on there I recognized that I remember, which was Ooh What a Night by April Wine and Black Sabbath's Paranoid, which I think to me was the heaviest thing I'd ever heard at that point. But I never really followed Sabbath for many years after, but I did remember that particular track. Now I've heard that track so many times now, and I don't ever want to hear it again. I'm tired of it. But still, you can't pass it for the legend that it is. I think it's the only one that they ever had that made the top 10 or 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 or Billboard 100, whatever it was at the time. Next song, Planet Caravana. I didn't like it when I first heard it. It kind of grown on me, especially in the last couple of years, because I've been getting more into that psychedelic feel of stuff and liking it. Sorry. And this song definitely crosses that threshold into that realm. Fantastic tune. Next song is Iron Man, another one of those tunes that I don't need to hear anymore. Most people recognize it. My daughter recognized it from the movie, and she says, "Oh, is that the same song? Is that Black Sabbath does that song? I didn't know that, right?" Yeah, so the next, then that's the end of the side 1, which is how they made them back then. Side 2's got also 4 tracks. Maybe not as big named as side 1, but a lot of really good stuff. So you got Electric Funeral, which is really kind of a weird, odd kind of song, but very likable, very enjoyable song. The next up is Hand of Doom, which is supposed to be about drugs, of course, which is what most of their songs are, I think, at that time period. But a very heavy, doomy, dark song. I think it's one of the best tracks on the album. Maybe next to War Pigs, it's probably my favorite on the album. Then you have Rat Salad, which is the drum solo by Bill Ward. Pretty well done. Sounds a little flat in spots, but I think it's just a time period of the drums. And then we have the final track on the album, Jack the Stripper, also known as Fairies Wear Boots. This is a kind of tripping song, and it's got a little bit of drug overtones in it. I don't think of it as an acid rock song or as a psychedelic song, but it's really a classic Sabbath song. Really good. Probably one of their more well-liked tunes as well, and they still play it to this day. So there you have it. This was the album of the day. On Monday Night Look Back at a Classic Rock Album, we're talking about Black Sabbath, Pariniod. I hope you liked this episode. If you did, please like below and subscribe. It's much appreciated. And we'll be back excuse me, next I'm getting reflection, next Monday night with another look back at a classic rock album. So you have yourself a good evening, take care, and goodbye.